Hi all and welcome back to the channel, and I hope you're all doing okay. I just wanted to bring you up to date with just a few little stories after the Spanish Grand Prix. And obviously talk about Perez again, his seat being questioned at Red Bull. But let's start off with the other things first. First up is Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen has reiterated that he is not interested in taking part in the Indy 500 anytime soon, despite receiving an invitation from Mario Andretti. When asked if he would consider racing in the event by Total Motorsport, Verstappen said, "No, I will be watching it. He, Andretti, might have to wait until he's 89 or 90. I respect them a lot and I have some friends doing it, but I'm not interested at the moment. No." Then we come on to Fernando Alonso. He's definitely got some fire in his belly with doing well out of this year's championship, that's for sure. So anyway, Fernando Alonso has issued a threat to Lewis Hamilton as he believes the team can crush Mercedes at the Canadian Grand Prix in 12 days' time. Alonso finished outside the top 5 for the first time this season at the Spanish Grand Prix, but he thinks Montreal will be a perfect chance for revenge. He told reporters after the race, "In terms of the constructors, it's true that Mercedes took some important points from us, but we took points from Ferrari again. In Canada, we will bring more stuff in Silverstone too. It will depend on who brings the improvements. Even with a normal time, we would have been on a par with Hamilton in Barcelona, and maybe we would have had a better chance. I think it's a race, and in Canada, we crush them." And saying that, Lewis Hamilton is he's opened up on Mercedes' plans to catch Red Bull and hints the Silver Arrows have a trick up their sleeve to bridge the gap in terms of race pace. Hamilton said after the race, "With the current car that we have, I don't think we'll be matching their performance, but we're working on improving the car. So with the current package, we are limited to the pace that we had today. But I think there's a huge amount of work, studying and improvement that we hopefully will have coming in the future. Naturally, they should also be progressing through the year, so we need to be taking big chunks out of them with every step we take. I think today they were a good few tenths ahead of us, maybe half a second ahead of us per lap, and on a single lap that's a little bit bigger, but I think we're going in the right direction, and I know we have something in the pipeline moving forward." So, as I mentioned in a previous video, could this have something to do with the flaw being exposed on the Red Bull in Monaco? I wouldn't be surprised if during the European races, which are very, very quickly approaching, that there aren't some new flaws appearing on a few cars. But anyway, and on to Red Bull. Boss Christian Horner has told Sergio Perez that the pressure is off him now. He has fallen 53 points behind Max. Perez has come under fire for blunders in Monaco and Barcelona, with suggestions Red Bull could axe him before the end of the season. But Horner thinks he can relax now that the pressure has been inadvertently lifted. "I think if you look at the points now, there's a big split between the two of them, and I think if anything, that should take pressure off him," he said after the race. "He has nothing to lose now, and I think he just needs to relax. He can breathe out, and just drive like we know he's capable of, like he did in Azerbaijan and some of the early races this year. And I think today was a good recovery from him, and I think that will give him confidence as we head to Montreal." And this brings us on to ex-McLaren mechanic and now presenter of Wheeler Dealers, Mark Priestley, who has warned Perez that he may not last the season. Sergio Perez has been warned that his rapid decline puts him in troubled waters and could force Horner to look for a successor. According to Mark Priestley, Perez's recent dip in performance may force Red Bull to replace him before the end of the season, giving Horner a chance to look for a successor, Priestley said on a BBC podcast. In qualifying, He made some mistakes. He messed up, and that really set him up for the race where he started further back than he would have wanted to. Then it's a struggle in the middle of the pack. He tried to do some different things on strategy, and we know how quick the car is because we saw it in the hands of Verstappen. With Perez, I don't know if he's lost confidence over recent weeks. There was talk of a championship fight literally 2 races ago. Now people are even questioning his right to be in that car. Can he even make it to the end of the season? Wow. Well, that's my video for today. With Christian Horner's comments about basically giving up the fight for the championship. Is he right to do that? I mean, to be fair, it's not something a driver wants to hear from the team boss. I mean, maybe it's enough to give Perez the motivation to try and reclaim some of those points, because a couple of DNFs for Max, that's all it's going to take. You don't know with the reliability and the amount of races these power units now have to cover. You just don't know what's going to happen. So surely he's not out of the fight just yet. We're only 9 races in, so I don't know. I think maybe that's the encouragement he needs. I don't know. But what are your thoughts? Do you think Christian was right to say that about Perez? I mean, it's not like he said it directly to him that I'm aware of. It was said in an interview with Sky Sports after the race on Sunday. I think it's when Nico Rosberg questioned Perez. I'm not sure, but it was definitely said after Sunday. So let me have your thoughts, and if you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe, because it would mean a lot to me. And also press the bell for future notifications and warnings of my uploads. And until the next time, take it easy and take care. Cheers.